and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at interdental cleaning with little interdental brushes, or as the manufacturers call them, TPs. Basically, the nice thing about these little TPs are they're little brushes which you can use to clean in between the teeth. The important thing about cleaning in between the teeth is, unfortunately, the toothbrush doesn't actually reach there. So every time we're brushing, we're only brushing the fronts and backs of the teeth. We're not actually brushing the sides. And so every time we eat and drink, atmospheric bacteria gets in between the teeth and it sits there and it ferments. And if it's not cleaned out properly, what happens, your body comes along with all its little defences to try and get rid of it, but it can't, and it gets to a point where it becomes overwhelmed, and that's when it causes an infection. And people tend to complain, oh, every time I clean in between my teeth my gums bleed or it's painful, and the reason for that is because of the infection that's built up in between the teeth. So it's not until you actually clean it out that your body can then cleanse out all those bugs and bacteria. So basically, if you find an area that bleeds when you're cleaning, you need to pay it more attention, because it's showing you that there's something there that shouldn't be. Okay, so these little brushes, they come in different colours that correspond to different sizes. I always generally say start off with the smallest size, which is 0.4 of a millimetre or 0.45 of a millimetre. If when you buy the packets, have a little look at the sizes and not at the colours, because different manufacturers do different colours corresponding to different sizes. So yeah, start off with the smallest one. It just gets you used to using them around there and to feel where the gaps are. And then obviously as you get more confident in using them, you can buy different sizes, or you can get packs with multi sizes in there so that you can try them out and see which one fits best. Also, I'm sure if you just pop into your local dentist or hygienist, they'd be able to show you and figure out which one fits best in which area. Okay. So each little brush you can use for about a week. What you need to do is, once you've used them, is to give them a little rinse and a little wipe. Some people do ask, can I use toothpaste on them? Well, yeah, you can if you want. It's not necessary, but yeah, if you want to, there's no reason why you can't. So like with toothbrushing, I always say start at one area and work all the way around so that you know you're reaching every tooth. Okay. Once again, when you're doing the backs of the teeth as well, close down, gives the cheeks a lot more elasticity, so you can retract them out of the way and get back there and reach those big teeth at the back there. Because even though they're quite big at the top, what happens, they mushroom out at the bottom into like a V shape, a triangular shape, and that's like a little run for all those bugs and bacteria. So the way that we're using these little interdental brushes is where the tooth comes together in a V shape. All you're doing is basically pushing the brush in between there a couple of times, okay? So it's working all the way around the mouth once a day. You may find a couple of the areas like this a little bit tighter. That's fine, just go in as far as you can. What you're aiming to do is to get into those areas that is too small for the toothbrush but big enough for those bugs and bacteria, and it's just working all the way around the teeth once a day. Doesn't really matter when. It could be morning, could be night, it could be after you've had your tea and you sit down to watch the TV, you know, to annoy your partner. If you travel a lot and you're stuck in traffic, you know, when you're waiting there, you know, pop one in the car, use one then. Pop one in your handbag if you're out and you've had lunch, you go to the toilet, use one then. So, you know, it really doesn't matter when you use them, but the most important thing is using them on a daily basis, okay? One of the other things as well with people with extra small mouths, and they really struggle at the back to get them in, another way to do it is, if you open up nice and big and wide, you can actually take the toothbrush from the inside out there, okay? So you might find that a lot easier for getting in between the teeth there. Well, I hope that's been useful to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care.